Blaze Weekly. Andy Samuel. Nick Burton. AZ Kirsten. Theo Tolson. Cecilia Redbird. Aisha Hopkin. Sam Paul. Lily Kivens. TJ Connor. Michael Moser. Damon Olson. Ladies and gentlemen, Blaze Weekly. Hello Burnsville, welcome to another edition of Blaze Weekly. I'm Andy.
And I'm Damon. We have 3 stories for you today on rugby, the shoe drive, and a short film created by Burnsville students.
Rugby is a sport that not many athletes know about. There is actually a team comprised of local high school students around the metro area. Here's Nick with more information on this talented team.
The sport of rugby is not known to most people, so the players said what they enjoy so much about the sport.
I played rugby because it looked fun and intense, and I just love the tenacity involved with it, and I just really getting down to it.
My favorite part about rugby would probably be the rucking and lineouts. It's a really unique thing you do in a sport, and it takes a lot of technique to do, and a really skilled athlete.
With rugby being a less prominent sport, some players didn't start playing rugby until they were in high school.
Started playing rugby because I was looking for something to do during the spring, and doing rugby keeps me busy, and it's a really intense sport, which is really fun.
I would tell people about rugby because it's a good way to meet new people, make friends, and learn a sport you can pretty much play the rest of your life.
Rugby sounds like a great sport to get involved in. Signing off for Blaze Weekly, I'm Nick Burton.
Thanks, Nick. Make sure to go out and support the local rugby team this Friday night at Twin Oaks at 8 o'clock. And good luck to the team with the rest of their season.
Souls for Souls is an organization that donates shoes to those kids in need. Here's AZ with the story on this incredible group.
Souls for Souls is a small organization made by kids from BHS to collect shoes for those who need it.
So we're collecting shoes from adults to kids, any size or any kind of season. Just make sure they're gently worn, and the drop-off locations are in the Avid room or in the office. Please feel free to drop them off anywhere, but mention that they're Souls for Souls. But then our Avid class had the idea of doing a service learning project, and then as a group we started rolling together.
Over 100 shoes have already been collected in support of this organization.
So our purpose for Souls for Souls is to collect shoes for our community and around the world. We started this project around February. It was supposed to end on the 13th, but we're extending it 1 more week. So you have until the 17th to collect shoes.
It's not too late to bring in those slightly worn shoes. Signing up for Blaze Weekly, I'm AZ Kirsten.
Thanks, AZ. Donate your old shoes to this wonderful cause.
Scott Tinkham has created a short film based on the life of Jared Solberg, a student at Burnsville High School who has overcome a lot of adversity. Here's Sam with more information on Scott's film.
They had to explain it, I know that, and really cerebral palsy is a lack of oxygen at the time of birth, and that lack of oxygen can affect any part of your brain.
That's the way it feels to walk down the hallway.
Scott Tinkham, a student here in the halls of BHS, produced a touching story on the everyday life of Jared Solberg. In this film, there were many crucial factors that inspired Scott to create this documentary.
What inspired me was, of course, movies and other documentaries I've seen in the past. And I feel like this was like a good opportunity to tell a story that, I wanted to do that. And I saw Jared in the hallway, and it's like ending my senior year, and I just needed to make a movie that really, meant something to myself.
This documentary was a new experience of many for Jared because of the 24/7 attention on camera that he received.
Well, I was kind of nervous just because there's somebody following me around and just throughout my whole time. But I've kind of gotten used to it because I've had multiple different videos that I've been part of when I was little.
Scott didn't want this documentary to be a pity story. He had a vision in which this story could inspire others throughout the world.
I wanted it to be a story about his life, and I wanted it to be like a broader story, so that it wouldn't just be about Jerry. It was a story you can apply to your own life, and hopefully change your perspective on things in life.
This documentary has a very resounding theme that Scott and Jared hope will inspire others in the future.
Hopefully give them more hope about having, if you have a disability, it's not just the end of the world kind of thing.
It's a story about him and just how much of a normal life he's leading, given all of his challenges. Just how normal he is.
Everyone, make sure to come out and support Scott and Jared at noon in St. Louis Park on Friday. Signing off from Blaze Weekly, I'm Sam Paul.
Thanks, Sam. The short film will be playing tomorrow at the EDU Film Festival in St. Louis Park at noon.
That's all we have for you today, Burnsville. We'll leave you with a student spotlight on Anna Alvey, a student who builds up others around her.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
I'm involved in softball, swimming, and weightlifting, and I really like being on the team because I like being with all my friends and I like being active and being in a team sport. My favorite teacher is Mr. Hugh Muller, and although I don't like science that much, I do like him, and he makes the class interesting and fun, and I connect with him really well. After high school, I plan on going to college and going into the field of kinesiology and sports medicine.